Kraven the Hunter is directed by J.C. Chandor, and this is the sixth and potentially the final Sony Pictures Spider-Man Marvel Universe, or Sony Spider-Man Universe, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever it is, now and again. Kraven the Hunter has a complex relationship with his ruthless father Nikolai, and his father sends him down a path of vengeance, not only to become the world's greatest hunter, but the most feared. And it's basically daddy issue plot and him trying to take on the vengeance of being a hunter, and you got all these other stuff going on with this movie. Now, I'm going to be clear, I've probably beat over a dead horse for this. I am not a fan of Sony's Spider-Man universe. It hasn't really done it for me. The Venom movies, while watchable and entertaining they are, they're not that good. They're very bland and forgettable for the most part, and just not that interesting to watch, besides Tom Hardy's tune up his tunery scenes. Then other ones like Morbius and Madam Web from this year, no, I'm sorry, no, just no. So there's a lot of hype-ish with Kraven the Hunter. Wasn't really that hype for it because it looks terrible from the marketing. The trailers didn't really do it for me, so I didn't have any high expectations, but I went in and I just thought, okay, I've seen the rest of them, why not just check this one out, since this is the last one, just to waste my money on this film again. Look, I went in with low expectations, hoping maybe it'll be one of those it's so bad it's watchable entertainment. But holy fucking shit, it was bad. Not as bad as so good. It was terrible because it's fucking awful. I thought Madam Web was bad, but holy fucking shit, Kraven the Hunter is worse than Madam Web. And that is not a fucking compliment. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is going on? This film is a mess from start to finish. I can barely keep my eyes awake because there's so many times, there's 2 or 3 scenes where I keep dozing off, like in and out of sleep. That can show you that I was really fucking bored. I was bored out of my mind. I was so bored, I just feel like I wanted to walk out. I was complicating. There's part of my head telling me, should I leave, should I watch this and just stuff on the page to just review it, or just walk out and just pretend I never saw it. I'll just forget about it, despite I wasted my money on it. But holy fucking shit, what the fuck happened? Seriously, what the fuck happened? I just don't know why. This film is so boring. Everything about this film is just boring from start to finish. I just could not sit through this entire movie. Now, but in terms of Kraven's arc in this film, doesn't have an arc. His character is just one note throughout, just trying to get through his complex father relationship and trying to deal with his brother, half-brother, Dimitri, who is basically another Spider-Man villain, which that's another thing in the film, which where that came from, which I'm not going to spoil, but if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And of course you have the Rhino is in this movie. Why is the Rhino in it? Which, can I get this now? The Rhino is one of the worst villains I've seen in this superhero film. The moment the guy turns into a Rhino, and basically the CGI, it looked horrible. It just looks so flat out awful. It looks, I will admit, he looks like a Rhino compared to what we saw in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that's not saying much. He looks awful. He looks terrible. The CGI is just horrendous, and the motivation he has is unclear, or why he's wanting to take down Kraven. And it doesn't make any sense at all. None of these things makes any sense whatsoever. And of course you have another villain, Hypnolist or something, or whatever it's called, that guy who takes his glasses off and basically it slows people down, and of course he just disappears in thin air or something. I don't know, it's just, why is this a thing? You can tell this movie just give up. It just cannot decide what type of film it wants to be. It can't decide. It just can't decide. I was just complicating with this stuff. Get back to the Rhino for a second. Rhino's chewing up the scenery, like just chewing it up, where you have Kraven, who is super serious and he's standing like this, and Rhino is just chewing up the scenery, which it's just so and can I just get to the performances? Kraven the Hunter, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's alright. He's the only one I can say he's trying, but it's the script and the writing. I don't blame Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm not going to blame him. It's not his fault. I blame the script and the direction he was given in. J.C. Chandler's direction is absolutely horrible. I think his way to give it to the actors and some of the line delivery they give is just absolutely makes me cringe so many times and so many questionable moments. The rest of the actors are just flat out terrible. No one in these performances are good. No one's good in this film. No one's give a good performance. Russell Crowe, what the heck happened to you, man? Come on, dude. You're better than this. You deserve so much better. I know you've done good stuff before, but what happened? Honestly, you're just there for the paycheck. You're just there just to shoot up the scenery with a terrible Russian accent. And I don't know, his character is so flat out boring. It just doesn't really add anything to the story or any emotional weight or anything. None of it matters. It just doesn't count. And of course we have Kraven's brother Dimitri, who comes another villain which I previously mentioned. He's alright, but he's just flat out boring as hell. No, he has a little bit of fear to him. There is maybe moments with him, but he doesn't really develop that much as a character. And of course, none of these characters are developed at all. Especially towards Kraven's love interest, Calypso, played by Ariana DeBose. Look, great actress. I've seen her in other things, but her performance is completely wooden. She gives out a really terrible one-liner, especially the dialogue she gave to Kraven is just absolutely not that good. It was terrible. So none of these film actors are not that great. The action scenes are not that good and not that entertaining. There may be a couple of bloody shots here and there, but that's it. It's very boring. It's very underwhelming. And don't get me started on the whole climax of the film. It's bad. It's absolutely awful. It's just, the climax is so underwhelming. I did not feel invested. There's no much emotional weight behind it. It's just a flat out boring fest of a superhero movie. I was so fucking bored out of my fucking mind. And the editing, the way they do the action scenes is just very questionable. It just keeps cutting from scene to scene. You barely know what's going on. You don't know who's winning or losing. You can barely see what's happening. It's just nothing. It's a nothing movie. It's just flat out bad. The ADR, especially the ADR with the characters when they speak, which I forgot to mention that part. With some character, you can see it's CGI lips, and the way they spoke, it's ADR. You can tell. You think Sequel Sims from Madam Web was bad? Oh, you see nothing like this. You never seen anything like that at all. This is one of the worst comic movies of this year. Probably the best one is Deadpool Wolverine. My god, this film is absolutely awful. I'm going to say this now. I'd rather watch Madam Web again. I kid you not, guys. I'd rather watch Madam Web. This film is a mess. No matter what you think of this film, it's a mess. This universe is a joke. I am so glad this film is finally over and this universe is over. We're free. We don't need it anymore. Thank God. Kraven the Hunter is a big pile of dog shit and complete trash of a fucking movie. Kraven the Hunter is a joke. I'm going to give Kraven the Hunter an F. Guys, I do not recommend this movie at all. Do not see this movie. Do not waste your time. Go see Wicked again, or save your money for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, or go see anything at all that is worth your time. Just don't go and see this movie. Don't waste your fucking time. Overall, guys, if you're unfortunate like me, saw Kraven the Hunter, comment down below and tell me, what do you think of Kraven the Hunter? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think it's alright, or do you hate it just like me? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, see ya.